Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again on Talk and Fight as I discuss the boxing news today. Courtesy of our friends over at Boxing 247 across the pond. And thank you, Christian von Sponek, for, again, a great conversation about the heavyweight division just prior to this particular show. And here we go. The news today starts off with Emmanuel Navarrete, who defeated Joet Gonzalez over in San Diego this past weekend. Emmanuel Vaquero Navarrete and Joet Gonzalez engaged in a border war for the ages. Navarrete, who's 35-1 with 29 knockouts, retained his WBO Featherweight World title with a bloody unanimous decision, 118, 110, 116, 112, two times, over Joet Gonzalez, who's now 24-2 with 14 knockouts, on Friday evening at the Pachenga Arena in San Diego. It was the second successful title defense for Navarrete, who moved up to the featherweight ranks last year after defending his junior featherweight crown 5 times. Congratulations to Vaquero. On another fight card on Friday night, we saw Axel Vega go toe-to-toe against Armando Torres, and the result was, let's have a look, Mexican Axel Vega, 15-4-1 with 8 knockouts, retained his WBA Fedicentro title against his fellow Mexican Armando Torres, who's now 26-20 with 19 knockouts, last Friday night at the BB Auditorium in Mexico City. The fight was a worthy encounter between Aztecs, both looking for the center of the ring in the first rounds, a battle that Vega dominated better, who attacked successfully and also moved well in the ring when he felt it was necessary. In addition, he was the one who punished his opponent the most. However, Torres resisted and complicated Vega in the mixed round in the fight, but it was not enough. The judges gave a unanimous decision in favor of Vega. Thus, he successfully retained his WBA Fedicentro title in his first defense. Congratulations to him. Elsewhere, really good card over in England, where we saw Savannah Marshall, for example, defeat Lolita Mzizi at the Utilita Arena in Newcastle. Here we go. So a quick look here. A quiet storm is brewing in Britain for Claressa Shields, following Savannah Marshall's thunderous demolition of previously undefeated challenger Lolita Mzizi in the WBO Middleweight Championship defense. England's Northeast turned out in thousands to support its favorite fighting daughter as she headlined the Boxer Fight Night at the Utilita Arena in Newcastle. Marshall, who's now 11-0 with 9 knockouts, walked to the ring accompanied by the cheers of a capacity crowd with hundreds of thousands more watching live on Sky Sports. The fight was short but dramatic. Mzizi, who's now 16-1 with 8 knockouts, had never tasted defeat before and came here from Zambia, intent on force-feeding Marshall a loss instead. There was no feeling out process. Mzizi charged out of her corner at the opening bell and began pouring out power shots, making clear she planned to try and put Marshall away early. Unsuccessful was she. Speaking of Claressa Shields, the win sets up a long-awaited world title unification showdown with American rival Claressa Shields, who burns avenge an amateur loss to Marshall, which to date is the only loss she's ever suffered in a boxing ring. Shields actually joined the Sky Sports broadcast by video call to taunt Marshall. Quote, "Congrats. See you next year, girlie. Show you what a real fighter and real champion fights like," she jibed. So on we go with the women. They are fighting it out, and I love that stuff. Also in the United States, Sandor Martin defeats Mikey Garcia. It's a huge upset that took place in Fresno, California. Sandor Martin arrived this Saturday in the United States for fans of the boxing markets, but now everyone knows his name thanks to his great victory over Mikey Garcia at Chacansi Park in Fresno, California. The Spanish fighter won a majority decision with scorecards of 95-95, 97-93, and 97-93. Surprising the boxing community and scoring a great victory over a boxing star like Garcia. The fight was the main event of a matchroom boxing show that was scheduled at 145 pounds at a catchweight division very close to welterweight. Although Martin is a super lightweight, he did not hesitate to make the sacrifice of moving up to make this important fight. The Barcelona fighter's strategy was great, and he used his best moves on the ring to keep Garcia at bay, working his waist movements and well to avoid his attacks, while counterattacking with strong punches that were diminishing the condition of the American of Mexican descent. Little by little, he was adding rounds, but the most important thing is the impression he was leaving. His boxing looked good, and his dominance was clear. It was a great opportunity that the 28-year-old boxer did not waste. Sandor left evidence of the great work that has been done in Spanish boxing in recent years. He also showed that around the world, there's talent waiting for his chance in the big cards. He's now 39 wins, 2 losses, and 13 knockouts, while Mikey lost only his second professional fight. He has now 40 wins with 30 knockouts. Elsewhere, over in New York, the east coast of the United States, we saw Petr Ananyan, who defeated Daniel Gonzalez in a Brooklyn fight at the Barclays Center. Petr Ananyan won the World Boxing Association WBA Continental America's super lightweight title with a majority decision victory over Daniel Gonzalez on Saturday night at the Barclays Center. The Armenian-born Russian fighter had to work hard to get a 95-95, 96-94, 96-94 from the judges to score an important victory in his career. The 32-year-old fighter took advantage of his experience and strength in an action-packed fight to land the best punches. Congratulations to him. Elsewhere on that card, we saw Cletus Saldin score a massive knockout of William Silva. It's also called a Trilliverse. Anyway, on Saturday night, as I said, at the Barclays Center, Cletus, the Hebrew Hammer Saldin, who's now 26-1 with 22 knockouts, electrified his hometown crowd with a spectacular 7th round. That's 24 seconds. 7th round knockout of William Babyface Silva, who's now 28-4 with 16 knockouts out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, in a scheduled 10-round junior welterweight main event. As I said, an event called Trilliverse 3. Good for them. Nelson Perez defeats Ryan Venable at Fight Night in Framingham. Here are the results. Local favorite Nelson Chino Perez played the sheriff role in last night's main event at the Fight Night in Framingham card presented by Sharon's Boxing Promotions at the Sheraton Hotel in Framingham, Massachusetts. Fight Night in Framingham, the first professional boxing show ever in Framingham, was a charity event held for the benefit of locally based Fighting Life, an after-school youth boxing program and academic empowerment program available 100% free of charge to students beginning in elementary school through high school education. Great for them over in Framingham, just outside of Boston. Now down to West Africa, where we saw Holy Jorbitor and Robert Quay win UBO titles in Accra, the capital of Ghana. 2 of Ghana's boxing stars shined on Saturday evening, October 16th, at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel in Accra, capturing the UBO titles in very different kinds of victories. Highly touted Holy Dorgbetor made something of a breakthrough for himself as he won the vacant UBO Intercontinental Featherweight title with a hard-fought victory over Success Teta. This was an all-action encounter as the boxers decided to go toe-to-toe in the first round. The pace continued to be high, but from the 4th round, Dorgbetor started to find his rhythm better than Teta and used his superior reach. Dorgbetor scored a flash knockdown in the 8th round, landing a jab, but Teta claimed it was a slip and got up quickly. Teta marched on, landing his own hard shots in every round, but Dorgbetor was effective in mostly controlling him on the back foot. As they entered the championship rounds, Teta looked tired, but showed heart and determination in abundance. Dorgbetor had a big round 11 and scored 2 more knockdowns in the 12th to put an exclamation point on his victory. World-class super lightweight Robert the Stopper Quay moved his unblemished professional record to 20-0, 17 knockouts, winning the WBO International title by stopping Nathaniel Nukpe, now 13-8-1, with 13 knockouts in the first round. Time of stoppage, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Quay floored Nupke with a well-placed left uppercut, but the Ghana-based took a appeared to beat the referee's count quite easily. However, when everyone thought the fight was about to continue, Nukbe, in what's still stark contrast to the bravery shown by today in the co-featured bout, simply made it clear that he did not want to continue. The show was televised live in Ghana on GTV and streamed worldwide on Facebook, and was promoted by one of Ghana's leading promotion outfits, Ace Power Promotions. Congrats to them all. Great fight, I'm sure it was, and a lot of excitement for the boxing fans down in Accra in Ghana. Elsewhere in the world, in Hungary, Arpad Klotz defeated Shai Kamtisi for the WBO World title in Budapest. Undefeated Hungarian Arpad Klotz captured the interim Universal Boxing Organization World Super Middleweight title in his very best victory to date, defeating Belarusian veteran Jorge Kamitsky on Saturday night, October 16th. At the Ferenc Kellner Sports Hall in Budapest, Klotz was in with tough and gritty foe, but prevailed despite facing some serious adversity along the way. Klotz was the sharper man from the start, while Kamitsky was looking to use his superior experience to unsettle the home man. Unfortunately, the ring was very slippery, and both boxers slipped to the canvas numerous times, making it quite messy. In the second round, Klotz hurt his right hand badly, later revealed to be broken, but he fought bravely through the pain and continued to outrun the battle-tested Kamitsky. Wow, congratulations to Thunderman Klotz, who won that WBO International title almost 2 years ago and is now 12-0, 10 knockouts. Kamitsky now falls to 32, 22-3, having fought some of the best in the world at middleweight and super middleweight. That show, by the way, was headlined and promoted by Toto Box Promotion. Elsewhere around the world, in Latvia, we saw IBF Cruiserweight champion Marius Bradis destroy Artur Man. Bradis, who's now 28-1 with 20 knockouts, defended his IBF and Ring Magazine World Cruiserweight title last night at the Arena Riga in Latvia with a spectacular third-round technical knockout win over German challenger Artur Man, who's now 17-2 with 9 knockouts. The Latvian boxing star was fighting for the first time since capturing the coveted Muhammad Ali Trophy in the final of the World Boxing Super Series tournament against WBA and IBF World Champion Yuniel Dottikos. The 36-year-old from Riga was cheered into the ring by his passionate home support who were in attendance to see the three-time world ruler win his 5th major world title fight and claim his 20th career knockout. Congratulations to him. We'll see more out of the Eastern Europeans, I'm sure, anytime soon on the world stage. Santiago Dominguez defeats Jesus Antonio Rubio, and these are the results from Sinaloa. The second of back-to-back RJJ boxing on UFC Fight Pass shows was held last night at the and that would be Friday night, at the Auditorio Benito Juarez at Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. RJJ Boxing, that's Roy Jones Jr. Boxing, on UFC Fight Pass, presented by Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions in association with De La O Promotions, Kuchel Boxing, and the World Cup Boxing Series was streamed live and exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. The undefeated Mexican welterweight Santiago Sommer Dominguez, who's now 25-0 with 19 knockouts, returned to the ring after a 10-month idle stretch. But the heavy-handed prospect made up for his lost time, stopping Jesus Chino Antonio Rubio, who's now 13-5-1 with 7 knockouts, midway through the 5th round of the main event, when Rubio suddenly turned his back to the action to halt their fight. Congratulations to Dominguez. Hamed Gaz faced Vincenzo Finillo. Wait a sec. This is in the future. Hamed Gaz is to face Vincenzo Finillo on October 23rd in Sheffield, England. Hamed Gaz returns to the ring on October 23rd at Sheffield Ponds Forge Arena after earning rave reviews with his last performance. Gaz will take on Italian lightweight champion Vincenzo Finillo, who's 15-4-2 with 1 knockout for an IBO Continental title, with all the action being shown live by exciting new boxing broadcaster Fight Zone. Alrighty, off we go. Matteo Signani says, and I love these things, I'll beat Ruben Diaz. All right, here we go. On November 5th at Palazzo dello Sport in Rome, Italy, European middleweight champion Matteo Signani will defend against Spanish Ruben Diaz on the 12-round distance in the main event of the Roma Boxing Night promoted by OPI since 82 Matchroom DAZN, and streamed live in 200 countries by DAZN. All right, here goes Matteo. Where are you training for this fight? He's training in Nuremberg. Right now, I'm in Nuremberg, Germany. I wanted to make an experience abroad and inspire new fighters. This gym is full of professional fighters, and that helps me for a fight with the European title on the line. Are you in top shape? He's asked. Yes, I am. Ready? I am ready for Ruben Diaz, and I will beat him. If you win, will you defend for a third time for the European title? I don't make long-term projects, but everyone knows that my dream is to fight for the world middleweight title. Do you have a fighter's role model? He's asked. I always admired Marvin Hagler, Carlos Monzon, and Manny Pacquiao. Well, good for him, and let's see what happens in November for him. Meanwhile, the EU-BC Youth European Boxing Championships have started in Budva. The Europe's fourth continental event of the year. The EU-BC Youth European Boxing Championships started in Budva, that's in Montenegro. The first competition day of the competition had 21 preliminary contests. The finals are scheduled to be held on October 23rd. Young talents who were born in 2003, 2004 are eligible to attend the championships in Budva. Montenegro has never hosted a continental event until 2020, when the EU-BC Youth European Boxing Championships became a new milestone in the country's progressing boxing life. The president of the Boxing Association of Montenegro, Mr. Alexander Klemenko, worked hard with his team to arrange another EU-BC championships in the port of Budva. During COVID-19 pandemic, in total, 62 women and 113 men from 22 countries participated in the last edition of the EU-BC Youth European Boxing Championships. This year, life in the European continent turned near to normal, and the interest to attend a new edition of the EU-BC Youth European Boxing Championships grew. Altogether, 123 youth women and 244 youth men boxers registered to attend the 2021 edition, and we wish them all the best of success. It's going to be a great event for sure. Rightio, I believe that ends my broadcast for today. I thank you for joining me and look forward to seeing you again on tomorrow's news, brought to you by our friends at boxing247.com across the pond. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.